Whole sports all plays. Yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by Tony Gonzalez. How's it going?
Well, going pretty good. Not too bad at all.
I got pretty good slate of games on the day. I already have some games going on, quite a few early games in Major League Baseball today. I went 4-1 on my picks yesterday. The only game that got me yesterday was the Reds. I had them at the +1.5, and they wasn't hell. Almost got no hit.
Yeah, I was 4-1 also, and Minnesota cost me. I lost to Cleveland.
Looking like there for a long time, Reds was going to get no hitter thrown against them last night. They end up getting hit and scoring one run, but that was an ugly offensive game for the Reds. A lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, they didn't play well at all.
Was it Cobb, if I remember right? In those.
Yeah, I think that sounds
Yeah,
right.
he had the Reds at bay last night. They were definitely could not get anything going against him last night. Jonathan Taylor's still a Colt.
Well, he's on the team. That's about it. He's not.
Yeah, he's going to start the season on the PUP list, so he's going to miss at least the first 4 games.
Well, I've seen where they believe that he's basically sitting out. He's not hurt.
I saw a little thing on that today. I was wondering how true that is. I've been kind of wondering that from the beginning, because how was you going to find somebody to trade for you if you're hurt and give you sign you to the deal that he wanted to give up draft capital, and you're hurt. You're not even going to be able to play. So that didn't make a lot of sense to me.
If you're in a contract and they're going to pay you, then I would assume that their doctors, coach doctors, could check them out anytime they want. Couldn't they?
I would think so.
Or if he refuses to be checked out, then he wouldn't get paid. I mean, I'm just assuming. I don't know.
Yeah, you would think. I'm sure that the doctors can check him, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Well, Glenn just won something again.
I still think he's going to end up playing. I just don't. With the way the running back market is, to me, it'd be a pretty stupid decision not to play. Let's give up all the money that we were going to make this year, hoping that we're going to get a deal. You're not going to get that money back,
and it's not playing is not going to help your stock.
No, because you didn't have a good year last good year last year because of injury, and then now you're not playing.
And whether you're playing because of attitude or injury, both are not good. So he's getting there. I don't know if it's him. I
All right, how's it going, Glenn?
I seen a headline of an article saying, it's not the coach's fault, it's not the agent fault. Only one person to blame. The person with the problem is Taylor, and to a certain degree, he's got the final call on what he does or don't do. So
Yeah. What in the hell? All right. Well, I'm waiting on that to update real quick before I can actually get into it. I don't know why it's making me do that today. It's never had to do that before. Maybe it's going to work. He said it wasn't a sports or wrestling related question. It was a music question, not really in my wheelhouse.
hmm.
See that's the luck you have, Glenn. It was a music question, but it was, even though it was a music, it was at least you got a question that you knew. Well, you win and all that stuff. All right, we got the White Sox and Orioles are playing right now, top of the seventh. White Sox are up 10-5. Phillies are up 6-5 over the Angels, top of the eighth inning. The Twins are up 2-0 over the Guardians, top of the eighth inning. Padres up 3-0 over the Cardinals, bottom of the fourth. Cubs are up 2-1 over the Brewers, top of the fourth. Blue Jays and Nationals are 0-0. That game is in the bottom of the first. That's all the games we have going on in action right now. First game I'm going to go with today is going to be the Houston Astros at the Boston Red Sox. The Astros are 1.5 run favorites, minus 138 on the money line. The Red Sox are plus 118 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 10 runs. The Astros are 76-58 on the season, 41-27 on the road. They will have Valdez on the mound tonight, who's 9-9 with a 3.40 ERA. The Astros are 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .257 as a team on the season with a 3.93 team ERA. The Red Sox are 69-64 in the season, 36-32 at home. Red Sox will have Crawford on the mound tonight, who's 6-6 with a 3.65 ERA. The Red Sox are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .265 as a team on the season with a 4.46 team ERA. I like Houston here on the money line. They've won the first 2 games of the series. I'll look for them to win tonight's game as well. Next game, Oakland Athletics at the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners are 1.5 run favorites, minus 275 on the money line. The Athletics are plus 225 on the money line. Over-unders at 8.5 runs. The Athletics are 39-94 on the season, 19-49 on the road. They will have Neal on the mound, who's 1-0 with a 6.88 ERA. The Athletics are 2-3 over their last 5 games, hitting .222 as a team on the season with a 5.72 team ERA. The Mariners are 75-57 on the season, 38-29 at home. They will have Miller on the mound, who's 8-4 with a 3.90 ERA. The Mariners are 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .245 as a team on the season with a 3.64 team ERA. Excuse me. I like Seattle here at the minus 1.5. Seattle was on the win streak. They did lose yesterday to the Athletics, but I look for Seattle to bounce back today. Been playing some good baseball, so I like the Mariners at the minus 1.5. Next game, Tampa Bay Rays at the Miami Marlins. The Rays are 1.5 run favorites, minus 122 on the money line. The Marlins are plus 104 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 7.5 runs. The Rays are 81-52 on the season, 36-29 on the road. The Rays will have Eflin on the mound, who's 13-8 with a 3.55 ERA. The Rays are 4-1 over their last 5 games, hitting .261 as a team on the season with a 3.86 team ERA. The Marlins are 66-66 on the season, 38-30 at home. They'll have Luzardo on the mound tonight, who's 9-8 with a 3.77 ERA. Marlins are 1-4 over their last 5 games, hitting .258 as a team on the season with a 4.20 team ERA. I like the Rays here on the money line. They've won the last couple games against the Marlins, the last couple nights. Looks like the Rays are starting to play a little bit better baseball again. So I'm going to go with the Rays on the money line. Next game for me is going to be the Texas Rangers at the New York Mets. Rangers are 1.5 run favorites, minus 148 on the money line. The Mets are plus 126 money line. Over-unders at 9.5 runs. The Rangers are 75-57 on the season, 33-33 on the road. They will have Dunning on the mound, who's 9-6 with a 3.36 ERA. The Rangers are 3-2 over their last 5, hitting .268 as a team on the season with a 4.08 team ERA. The Mets are 60-73 on the season, 32-32 at home. On the mound for the Mets is Reyes. He's 0-2 with a 7.50 ERA on the season. Mets are 1-4 over their last 5 games. They're hitting .236 as a team on the season with a 4.45 team ERA. I like the Rangers here on the money line. Rangers went through that 8-game losing streak, been playing a little bit better baseball since then. They beat the Mets. Beat the Mets yesterday as well. So I'm gonna go with the Rangers today. And in my last game for the day, Pittsburgh Pirates at the Kansas City Royals. The Pirates are 1.5 run favorites, minus 122 on the money line. Royals are plus 104 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 9.5 runs. The excuse me, Pirates are 60-73 on the season, 28-37 on the road. They will have Jackson on the mound, who's 0-1 with a 4.91 ERA. Pirates are 3-2 over the last 5 games, hitting .235 as a team on the season with a 4.55 team ERA. The Royals are 41-93 on the season, 23-42 at home. They'll have Zeppi on the mound, who is 1-2 with a 7.27 ERA. Royals are 0-5 over the last 5 games, hitting .240 as a team on the season with a 5.23 team ERA. I like Pittsburgh here on the money line. Neither one of these teams have been great this season, but the Pirates have been better than the Royals. Pirates actually got off to a real good start this season and fell off a little bit since then. But so my picks for today: Astros money line, Mariners minus 1.5, Rays on the money line, Rangers money line, and the Pittsburgh Pirates on the money line.
Okay, my Major League Baseball parlay for tonight, I have Houston money line at Boston, Oakland at Seattle, Seattle money line, Tampa Bay money line at Miami, Atlanta money line at Colorado, and Arizona at the Dodgers, Dodgers money line. That's my parlay for tonight.
All right. Like I said, I think there was only like 9 or 10 games this evening. Most of because you had the 4 or 5 that started early today. The Reds play here in about 20 minutes or so.
Oh, do they play early?
Yeah, they play. I think at 3:45 or something like that. Just a little bit before 4, if I remember correctly. I didn't take them today. I took them the last few days, and they ain't played very well, so I decided not to take them today. Hopefully, we can get going today.
And we better. Need to get going.
And these injuries are starting to hurt us too.
Starting to pile up, yeah.
Fraley out, McLean out, India out, Votto out. So it'd be nice nice to start getting some of these guys back. McLean's going to be out at least 10 days, so he'll be out a little bit longer. Uh, I've been hearing rumors about Fraley coming back, but he's not healthy. He's going to try to play through that toe injury or whatever because they said he couldn't affect it in him. He's going to have surgery at the end of the season, so he wants to try to battle through it. So, but I've been hearing that for about a week or so. And he hasn't been back, so I don't know when he's going to try that. So it's going to be interesting what happens with the Reds. They've had a good season so far. Hopefully, we can start winning some games again and be in this race at least till the end of this playoff race till the end of the season.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'd sure like to see him do that. I mean, these young players have really played hard and did well for most of the season. I'd like to see them finish strong and see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. That'll be for sure. Very interesting seeing that. Like I said, I'd like to see him make the playoffs, but hopefully we can at least stay competitive. Main thing is, I mean, this time last year we weren't even a thought. At least we're still playing meaningful games this late in the season. I think if you ask most Reds fans and most people that follow the Reds, the Reds are a lot farther this year than what we expect than what anybody expected,
and especially when you consider all the injuries we had. I mean, it's amazing. When you lose supposed to be your two top pitchers, you lost him for 6-7 weeks. One's came back, but he's not the same, at least not yet. The other one, I don't think he'll be back this year. That's just my opinion. Willow Dallo. And they lost other pitchers and then a lot of position players. So, I mean, they've had a lot of injuries and played a lot of rookies. And they've done an amazing job. Yeah, I give them some credit.
India injury's been big too.
Yep.
Him not being in lineup almost every day as hurt. I know he's been working that foot out, trying to get back. I haven't heard an exact date on him yet. So I mean, yeah, McLean going down, especially at this time, is going to hurt us too because he's been one of our most consistent hitters all season long. Well, not just hitters, one of our most consistent players all season long. So not having him is a big deal. But when you're starting this many rookies, you're going to go through spells where you're not hitting the ball. And that's one thing that's hurt us the second half of the season. We haven't been hitting the ball like we were the first half of the season. Yeah. And then it seems like when our pitching has been pitching better, but then when the days that we do hit the ball is when our pitchers struggle a little bit. So we've been a little out of whack here over the second half of the season.
I'm going to ask you, changing gears here a little bit, in football, if you had to pick NFC team a favorite, AFC team favorite, and a dark horse for each league, who would it be?
My NFC favorite's going to be the 49ers. I think because I still think they would have been in the Super Bowl last year if the quarterback went and got hurt in the playoffs.
That's who I would go with.
AFC, it's a little harder just because there's a lot of teams I think, but I think are going to be right there. But I'm going to go with my favorite. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I think they're right there. I mean, it's hard not to go with the Chiefs because the Chiefs, I mean, they've been so consistent and been there every year. But I think this could be the year the Bengals break through.
That's what I think. I think it's the Bengals year.
Another team I think could get there in the AFC, I'd go with the Jets. I think the Jets are going to be could be a problem this year in the playoffs. I mean, we got to see how. I mean, don't get me wrong. You got to see how it all gels together and all that. But with the roster they have, getting a quarterback and the way they were able to win games last year without having good quarterback play, I think they're going to be a tough team in the AFC this year.
My dark horses in the AFC is going to be. I'm going to pick two. I'm going to say Ravens and the Chargers. There will be two teams I think that could rise up.
I'd probably go Ravens and Jets just because I think. Although you like the Ravens, I think they're going to look. I think Lamar Jackson's going to look a lot or better than what people think is going to look in this new offense. I think him being able to them letting him air the ball out a little bit is going to even open up his running some as well. So I think if he stays healthy, I think they're going to have a good team. They put more weapons around them.
What about a dark horse in NFC? That's tougher. I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go with New Orleans and Detroit.
Yeah, I like Detroit. I would say the Cowboys because of their. I think they got a good roster. I just don't trust the quarterback. Um, I'm gonna go with Detroit, and I think throw in a different one just to be a little different. I'm gonna say the New York Giants. Throw the Giants in there. I think they're gonna build off of what they had going last year, and I think Daniel Jones is gonna be even better this year than he was last year. His second year in Dable's system, we saw what Dable was able to do with Allen. Not saying Jones is that caliber of player as Allen, but we saw the improvement he was able to make. So I think you're going to see maybe even another level of Jones.
I think if Barkley stays healthy, he's the key.
So I think the Giants might surprise some people out of the East.
They got they picked up some weapons for them, so they've got a better offense now than they had last year. And I think if Barkley stays healthy, I think the Giants could be dangerous. I don't disagree with you at all on that. And I think we'll see if I'm wrong, but I think Philadelphia is going to take a step back. I think losing them coordinators. I think teams will figure out the quarterback. So I'm not saying the quarterback won't have still a good year. I'm not saying that, but they'll figure that out and plan better for him and for Philadelphia. And losing them coordinators, I think, will be big. And I think I don't think Kansas City will have a Super Bowl hangover. I think Philadelphia will.
Usually, the team that loses the Super Bowl doesn't have a great year the next year. I think the Eagles will still be pretty good, but yeah, I still have some questions about them. And like I said, I still think that there was a good chance that the 49ers would have beat the Eagles last year if you didn't have the injury. I mean, we don't know for sure. You know, we'll never know for sure. But
that's a team I forgot about a little bit. Jacksonville, they could be a dangerous team.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty good.
See if Lawrence takes that next step.
Yeah, if he keeps improving like he did last year, yeah, they'll be tough. It's just I don't know if their defense has gotten good enough yet. That's the only thing that worries me about them a little bit, especially in the AFC where you have all the high powered quarterbacks. It seems like so. I think the Jags' success is going to depend on that defense. I expect their offense to be better because you got Ridley this year now.
Yep.
Off his suspension. So I mean they've put some good weapons. They got some good weapons on offense around Lawrence. I think Lawrence will be better this year in the second year with Peterson. You saw the improvement he made last year with Peterson. So I look for offensive side of the ball. I'm pretty excited about for the Jags. The defensive side of the ball is what worries me a little bit with them, especially when you're in the AFC going against Mahomes and Burrow and some of these high-powered offenses that can score points. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm ready for it. Well, just a little over a week away. Yeah. Next Thursday. We kick off to the regular season, so we got about 8 days.
Yep, we got college football.
Yeah, college football.
It's already started, but technically, this is the first really big week. We got a lot more games.
Yeah, so you got Ohio State and Indiana. That's a big game.
For Ohio State.
I think they're like 40-point favorites.
Is that what it was? I
haven't looked at, but I think I thought I heard somebody on the radio say they were like 40-point favorites.
Can you see what the point spread is? I'm curious on that Colorado game, TCU. Because I'm thinking about betting that. I'm going maybe with upset with Colorado. I'm excited. Not that I'm a huge Deion Sanders fan, because I'm not. I'm not a hater either, but I'm curious on how he's going to do.
If it'll show it to me.
Yeah, got a big Saturday. Got college football. Got UFC at 3:00 in the afternoon. We got WWE Payback premium live event.
Ball State plays Kentucky Saturday.
Yeah, yep. And then guess who we play next week? Georgia.
Yeah. Ball State's 26.5-point underdogs. Colorado's a 20.5-point underdog against TCU.
2.5. I might take 2.5.
I use a 29.5-point underdog, so almost 30 points.
I'd like to take IU, but I don't know.
There's some college football games tomorrow, so I'll give out some picks for some. Looks like there's 4 games tomorrow night.
4 Thursday, really?
Yeah, you have Kent State, Central Florida, NC State, Connecticut, Nebraska, and Minnesota, and Florida against Utah.
Big Ten kicking off early for the game.
Then there's
against each other.
4 games Friday as well, and then a whole slate of games on Saturday. So yeah, this is like the first full weekend of college football. Well, there might even be games on Sunday. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's games Sunday and Monday.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was Sunday or Monday, but there's a real good game. 2 ranked teams won at
it. Sunday, you got LSU and Florida State.
Yep, that's the game I was talking about.
5 and 8.
Yep.
So yes, we'll talk some college football tomorrow, as well as Major League Baseball. Then, of course, getting ready to go right in the NFL season. We'll start giving out our NFL picks as well. But we appreciate everybody joining us today. My picks for today: Astros money line, Mariners -1.5, Rays money line, Rangers money line, Pirates money line. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Like and follow Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room as well. Also, don't forget, join us Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for some live pro wrestling. This will be airing Summit Pro this Sunday at 4. Join us tomorrow. We'll be airing some WCW wrestling tomorrow evening. I'll get a flyer made and have the exact time up. But we appreciate everybody watching. This has been Easy Money, a sports betting show. Also, check out the All Sports All Plays network: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, ASAP Sports Network, All Sports All Plays. But we appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow right around 3:00 for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday.